What do you get when you have over 400,000 players in just 3 weeks, a really solid gameplay loop, managed democracy, all for $40? Yeah, you get it in Helldivers too. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Digital Dive In, your proper gaming talk show. We're your hosts, Sandsology and Same Guy Kush, here to give you our first impressions review of Helldivers 2. Now, yeah, we're late. I know. I'm sorry. All right? God. We just got this game last week, and, well, I got this game last week. I don't know when the heck you got this game.
Friday, and I played it Friday, and I don't think I played it since.
So I got it, I think I got it Thursday or Friday, and I played it a bunch on Saturday, and I played it for like most of the freaking day on Sunday, and then I played a little bit today. So I'm much further than he is. I'm about level 4. I got some unlocks and stuff already, so, you know.
I'm level like 2 or 3, I think.
Yeah. I've been trying to grind as much as I could, but I definitely did Trial by Fire. I definitely did it the wrong way. So we're here to talk about what we think about this game, and I think it took kind of everyone by surprise. I don't think anyone expected this game to get as big as it did. Even the freaking devs, I don't think expected this game to get as big as it did, because
some people
freaking servers keep breaking.
Yeah, I mean, some people did. I think, like my best friend Ed, he was so excited about this game. Like, I think a lot of people were excited about this game, just even if they didn't play the first one. I think a lot of people were excited about it. The first one was an isometric.
Yeah, it was a top-down shooter, right?
Yeah, it was interesting. But I think the reason why Helldivers 2 has been so successful is because there's not really a release game. There's not really another bigger game releasing around it. Like it.
True. I mean, the only game that came out right before this one was Suicide Squad, and that one.
Like we
bombed.
no, I mean we had Tekken 8. That game Ultra Rose came out. There was Power World. There was a strong lineup of games that came out in January and February. You know, but Helldivers was able to come out relatively by itself. I'm sure there's always a game releasing on some platform at some time, so I'm not going to say not releasing by itself, but it was definitely releasing without anything else that was as marketed.
Sure.
I would say.
Yeah, it did kind of have like the week to itself to release and garner hype and just, you know,
and of course, a lot of people are like, you know, you're hearing now that a lot of people are sick of the AAA busters. They just want a game they can play. That's fine.
Honestly,
just I think with your friends, and I think it's definitely the next line of it's in the same line of Outriders, and it's in the same line of those like cooperative based third person, just like online.
It's basically the flagship game. It's basically the flagship killer for video games, essentially, is what this is. Like, you get the flagship killer for smartphones and shit like that. This is the flagship killer for video games.
I would not go that far, because this isn't the first game that's done this that's been popular. But I mean,
I think it's one of the few that's gotten this big. I mean, even Outriders didn't get this big.
No, that's fair. I mean, it did get really popular, but I think it's just it already had a fan base from the first game, where Outriders was the new IP.
True.
But I mean,
even this one, it was like a completely different game from the first one. Like
but it wasn't so far removed that the hardcore fans also couldn't get behind it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it already had a good amount of following. It's enough to garner a second game. Like, come on.
But even that, it was like years later. Like, when did the first game come out? It was like.
But that's the thing. On Steam, it's still very much a live game. Like, I was looking at reviews for the game. I checked out
2015.
Yeah, and I was looking at reviews. People were still leaving reviews till this day.
Oh yeah, probably because a lot of people played the second one and went back to play the first one to see what it's like.
Also, from earlier this year and last year, like people are still playing. Like, it still has a strong presence. That's the thing. Like, it was just a good following, a good timing, everything, you know. So
yeah, I think that there's a lot that this game had going for it, including like when it released, how it released, the fact that it's only $40, which is huge, and for what you get is insane, because like the core gameplay loop is satisfying as hell. The effort they put into this game, like it looks gorgeous, it plays really well. Didn't really have a whole lot of bugs from what I was seeing. The biggest bug was the fact that the servers were broken for a lot of the time, which luckily I don't think either of us have really run into that issue just because we came into the game a little bit later. So we got in right after they fixed the servers. So it's like, yay! We don't have to worry about sitting around for an hour waiting to get into this goddamn game. We can just jump in and go. I haven't had a single server bug or anything. I have had one singular bug in my entire time playing this, and my entire time being like, I want to say like 10 hours so far. But and that was where I launched into a mission and I spawned with a question mark for a gun. And that was interesting. And I was like running around. I was like, I couldn't shoot, couldn't aim, couldn't anything. There was a question mark on my back and a question mark in my hands. I was like, huh? Wait, what? It was hilarious. I was like, you know what? I can't even be mad. So I just like, the good thing is I didn't have to like completely close the game. I just quit the mission and then jumped right back into a new game, and it fixed itself. So I was like, okay, that's all right. So that's not bad. It wasn't like game breaking or anything. Well, technically that is game breaking, but not as bad as some other bugs I've seen in other games.
It's kind of like a funny glitch.
Oh yeah, no, definitely funny glitch. Yeah. But I mean, the fact that like you get a fairly non-toxic gaming community. Because, I mean, even the dev was like, we don't want to add PvP because we don't want that toxicity in this game. And I'm like, that's fair. But we've always been seeing a little bit of toxicity with other players that are jumping in with randos, kicking those players that don't have meta builds. So apparently meta builds are already making their way into this game, which is annoying. I hate metas in games. Metas in games sucks. We already had that video. Go check it out right here. But I think as a, in general, fairly non-toxic gaming community in terms of, for a shooter that's also a live service.
No, I mean, that's fair because I accidentally joined somebody's game and they were like a level 42.
Oh, God.
And I'm a level, and they and immediately got kicked. So that's fine. I mean.
Yeah, it's like, what is this guy even going to do here?
Yeah, I mean, crazy me. I just bought the game only 4 days after it came out. Wow, I'm so fucking behind.
I know, right?
On these motherfuckers that don't know how to touch fucking grass and go get a job. You know what? Never mind. Anyway, it's just been hard to have time to really grind anything or play anything.
No,
really
I know what you mean. I had the luck to be able to play a little bit more, so. Like, if you have questions about the game, I can probably answer those questions.
Working from home, fucker. Oh, yay.
Sorry, buddy. But no, like, overall, I think the game is really, really good for what you pay for. Like, if it was $60, I think I would have a lot more gripes about the game. Or if it was $70, rather. But the fact that it's $40, I am very, very, very happy with what I have here, right? Mm-hmm. Like, the core gameplay, like the third-person gameplay, shooting and everything is really, 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 really good. I like the fact that you can still zoom in and do like a first-person view. That's really clean. And actually, I use it a lot because it helps control the gun a lot better when you're walking and moving. Because if you just use the regular aim, they make it super realistic, which I'm actually super surprised at. Because if you're walking, the aim is kind of all fucking over the place. But if you zoom into your sights, you can control it a lot easier. I'm like, damn, all right, that's sweet. Fair. I like that a lot.
That is nice.
I did the trial by fire mistake of fighting the automatons for my first like big day playthrough, and those missions in that first sector, for those of you who have played the game already, those missions suck because you're just like trying to save a bunch of people, and then you get hundreds of bots spawned on you. It's horrible compared to the bugs.
I started off with the bugs. I don't know anything else. The game didn't really give me too much of a direction to go. They were just like, hey, just pick a place and doing things. So I mean, I started with the bug people, and I've done about 3 missions. It's so here's my things about it. Cons. There's no dedicated dodge button, and there's a stamina bar. I can only move so fast. I get really caught up sometimes. The reload is right now. I understand some of these things can fix or perks and better builds and whatever, but it's just man, it's very annoying. I don't have a dedicated dodge and just certain things that.
Well, you forget that you're not a super soldier in this game. You're just a regular ass dude.
Yeah, and that can still dodge. If he can dive, he can dodge. Dodgeball, thank you. So, and then I don't know. The game is fun. It's very solid, but the gunplay is very satisfying, which I'm excited about.
Yeah.
But for me, it never really grabbed my attention per se. I got it because literally everybody else around me was excited for it. So
Yeah, that's fair.
I was just like, all right, I'll check it out. But like, I'd rather more a supernatural version of this, like Outriders. That's why Outriders is my favorite personally because it got supernatural elements, weapons, guns. You're a mutant. You're fucking. It's very cool. It's very fun. But no, this is also a very solid game for those that like that kind of style, but just want something more like Call of Duty esque, I guess. You know, and I for me, all right. So now I'm done with my negative. One more negative. I hate the fucking performance cap.
On console.
No, on fucking PC. I'm limited to 140 fucking 4 frames per second.
Oh, you're limited to 140 frames. I'm limited to. Well, I don't actually know where I'm at because there's no FPS counter, but I'm assuming it's 60 on console.
Yeah, it's 60 on console. So that's all they're good for.
But I mean that's fair. I guess they just do that because
the game itself is capped at 144. So like even my frame limit, the frame limit is 144. Like you can't go above 144 for this game. But I have the specs to go way above it, and I want to play the shit at 100 and 244 frames.
Yeah, I get it.
But no, 144 it feels super, and that's another reason why one of my pros about the game. The game plays beautifully, like it's so smooth. It's so just like there. I love the comical tones on my pros. Yeah, I love the comical tone of the game. Like you come in, the cutscenes there.
It's gold.
I do have a problem with them murking fucking black people in the first fucking 5 minutes, but like they couldn't have used like a white person for that. But whatever, that's cool. But no, yeah, it's very. Donald Trump would love this fucking game, but I'm not gonna touch on that. It's a very comical, fun tone, and then you get into the training, and then you feel the gunplay. Gunplay is very nice, very satisfying. I love it. Even with the shotguns or limited amount of guns that I've done with, it's been very fun. And then you just get into the action and you just start killing shit. Like it's very nice, very satisfying. I do think that you could be a little bit more fluid, but maybe that's going to come with a better build, So that's the thing. Like I can't say too much about it because some of this may just be because I'm in first. Yeah. I'm level 3. I'm not like a level fucking 42. You know what I'm saying?
So off that, like there are some armors that like can boost your speed, but they will like lower your armor rating, for example. So they'll like boost your stamina regen and your speed, but they'll like take away from your overall armor capacity, right?
No, yeah.
So that's like the very first armor that you can unlock if you go into the progression bar and look through all the things that you can spend your medals on. Medals are basically how you unlock the regular in-game items throughout the game. Then you can also get super credits, which allow you to buy items. It's like their in-game currency, basically. So, yeah, there's that. And then there's also regular credits that you use on, ship items, which are like your stratagems and whatnot. But anyways, so there is that. You can make yourself faster, but it will just take away from your armor. So you got to think about what matters more and how you play. So that's really interesting. I like that a lot. But yeah, no, there's a lot that impressed me about this game, especially for the budget that it had and the fact that it's only $40. Like you said, the gunplay is super satisfying. It's super fluid. Like I haven't really run into any lag, which is crazy for me. Like, that's insane. No lag whatsoever in many of my game playthroughs. So I love that. One of the things that I do absolutely find insane is the fact that all the enemies, every single enemy, takes like visible damage. So if you shoot at a leg, that leg is gone. If you shoot at a claw, that claw is gone. You shoot them in the head, their head explodes. Right? Like, there's actual damage that you can see on the enemies. That's crazy. You don't even see that in like big AAA titles anymore. Like, somehow that's rare to see. And this is a smaller budget game, and we're seeing that. And this like a wave shooter, basically. I don't know what you want to call it, but you're fighting off waves of enemies, right? So they have like so they have like tons of enemies on screen at all times, and all of them take visible damage. I'm like, that's crazy. That's insane. Like, how? What the heck? So impressive. Holy shit.
It's nice. Yeah, I mean, a lot of these like AA and indie game developers have like started utilizing technologies once they've gotten cheaper. You know, like once the good stuff gets cheaper, then you're able to use the good stuff to make things look even more masterful. And you already got the skill. You're not dependent on somebody else. Like, you're really doing it.
Yeah,
so,
no,
like,
they killed it with this game for sure in that respect. Really I do have a handful of gripes though. As I've been playing through, there's not a whole lot of mission variety, at least from what I've seen. I might be completely wrong on that, but for example, like if I go to like the very first, I think it goes by, the mission variety goes by section. So if you're just in the very first section, you get one type of mission. Then you go into the other section, you get another type of mission. Then the last section, whatever. So each section has its own different types. But at that point, it's still like, there's like I think there's 5 sections each side, the automatons and the bugs. So even if you're looking at that, there's still only, like, 5 varieties for each one. And that can get a little bit played out, because I was playing through the community challenge on Sunday, and I just did the same type of mission like 100 times. I'm like, oh my god, I'm so over this mission.
Okay,
like, mother.
Okay. This is why I said this needs to be a short video. We haven't gotten there yet. We haven't gotten.
Now, I've seen other missions, and I know there's like 15 different difficulty types, which is crazy to me. I'm super stoked to really dive into all those different like difficulties and see what they all give you. Because even for like a game like Dark Tide, you only get 3 different things. Yeah, 3 different difficulties, or 4, I forget. So it's like, even that was only 4. This is 15. Like, how fucking hard is this game gonna get? Like, what the hell? I'm excited. I'm so excited. And then it's actually a weird instance where I'm excited to grind into this game. And I usually don't like grindy games. Like, I got kind of tired with Diablo 4. I got kind of tired with Suicide Squad.
I like
this one. I'm actually really looking forward to grinding out and getting better stuff.
Exactly, because you like grindy games, but you just want it to be in an enticing world that makes it worth your time. And
exactly. I just want it to be satisfying. Like, if the grind is not satisfying, then what is the point?
Ni no Kuni 2. I fucking love that game, because that game made I could grind that game all day. I grinded 60 levels in that game in like a week before I even left chapter 1 or 2. Like,
that's crazy.
Shout out to Dragon Ball Z for giving me that fucking grind knowledge. Like, Dragon Ball Z Legacy of Goku. You want to talk about a grind game? Whoo! Yeah. And I was a kid. I had nothing else to do. I was living my life. I replayed those games like 5 or 6 times each. So, whoo!
But no, for Helldivers 2, man, like, what they've achieved here is nothing short of impressive as all hell. And I am super excited to see where this game goes and how much better it gets. Because if I'm loving it so much just within like the 3 days that I've played, I know I'm going to be loving this for a while. And this might even become a title where like I come back to intermittently, randomly. It might not be a title that I just sink my entire life into and like beat. it might be one that I just come back to when I want something else to play.
See, this is why this game is going to be legendary for Patrick, because it's going to cure his touch of death syndrome. It's going to be great. It's going to be fucking great. A game that you come back to.
My touch of death syndrome is only because of single player games. Okay?
You've grown.
Gosh. These type of games are built to be replayable as hell forever. So shit, like God. But anyways, yeah, no, I'm very, very happy with my purchase, which is more than I can say for Suicide Squad, and I can't wait to see where this game goes and how much better it gets. And I can't wait to play with this guy because we have yet, and now I have a whole other group I can play with as well. So I think this game truly shines when you have a whole fucking squad. So
fucking love Suicide Squad, and we are going to be a Suicide Squad. Hey, all right, goodbye, everybody.
Guys, what do you think about Suicide Squad? What do you guys think about Helldivers 2? Are you enjoying it as much as we are? Have you gotten it yet? Are you holding off? Let us know all your thoughts in the comment section below. We appreciate everything you guys say and comment and all your opinions, even if they're stupid. Guys, thank you guys for watching. Because I gotta throw shade whenever I can. Guys, we love you so much. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell so you get notified whenever these videos go live. They go up every single Friday, so make sure you check them out. Also, make sure you check out our new podcast, Sidetracked by Side Quests, over on Spotify. Exclusive video on Spotify. So, check us out there. Subscribe everywhere you find us, and we will talk to you in the next dive-in. Peace out, guys. See you later.